Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie I, Emperor of Ethiopia, John King, strength of Iman life. So is I, Emmanuel, the Nyabinghi Rastafari, once again bringing you literally a ice cold and green dish today of some red quinoa with some callaloo and some ackee curried up and served with a salad which I have already left over from yesterday. So this dish is dedicated to my father, John King, Black John King, Haile Selassie I, and all man and female them who know him as the living John King. So as usual, I'm going to take you over to the ingredients, take you through the preparation, the method, and then show you the dish at the end. Jah Rastafari. Okay, so we've got some tinned ackee there with a tin of callaloo on top of it. Got a bonnet there that's defrosting, some garlic in that plastic container, a couple of onions, my own all-purpose seasoning, which is you should already have by the time this comes out as a recipe on my channel, curry powder, olive oil in that small glass container, and here I've got some red quinoa grain. Now, to be fair, it's not exactly red, it's more brown, and probably when you cook it, it will be even more brown. But it's the thought that counts, and this dish is to represent Iman colours, the green, the gold, and the red. Ethiopia, Selassie Rastafari. So I've peeled and sliced the onions, as with the garlic and the Scotch bonnet. Here I've got a mug full of red quinoa. Over here, just draining, I've got the ackee and the callaloo. So the ackee obviously is tinned. However, I give thanks and praises to Jaja and my sister and family, Gloria. I've tasted fresh ackee which she brought back for me from Jamaica, so I give thanks for that. I'm going to try to get out there myself now that restrictions have gone, and when I do, I give thanks. Jadafara. So, I'm going to be frying the onions, the garlic and the bonnets in the olive oil in that container there, and then I'll bring you in from there. Jah Rastafari. I tell food, Nyabinghi food, Rasta food, food for life, life for food. So the onions, bonnet and garlic are ready in both pans. So I'm going to add the ackee and the callaloo and some boiled water and the ingredients. So I've added a mug of boiling water to the ackee and half a mug to the callaloo. And there are 2 mugs of water, a little bit of olive oil to help make the quinoa not stick to the bottom of the pan. Okay, so I'm adding a teaspoonful of all-purpose seasoning, my all-purpose seasoning. Give thanks Hills for the inspiration. And just half a teaspoon to the callaloo. So curry powder, put in heaped tablespoonful and a level in there. And in the callaloo, I'm adding half a teaspoonful of black pepper. So I'm going to bring that to the boil and then just simmer it and bring you in then. Jah Rastafari. Okay, so both the callaloo and the ackee is boiled, so I've stirred in the condiments. I'm just going to add a little quarter teaspoonful of pink salt to the water for the quinoa. There you go. And then I'm going to bring that water to boil and put the quinoa in there too. So the food's soon ready. I'll show you the salad which I prepared yesterday. So the callaloo and the ackee are just simmering. So I'm going to simmer them for just a few more minutes and then lock them off and boil the water for the quinoa. The salad, which I made yesterday, is hearts of romaine. We've got some tomato in there, some celery, onion and garlic. Okay, so I've locked off the heat on the ackee and the callaloo. I'm going to put the water on for the quinoa and then go from there. So the water came to the boil and I've added the quinoa now, and that's coming to the boil now. So I'm going to lock that off and let it steam for 5 to 10 minutes, and then everything should be ready. Rastafari. Excuse, I must have thought I was making couscous. So I brought it to the boil, so now I'm just going to simmer it for 15 minutes. And then it should be ready to serve. The food is taken off the heat and just steaming in its own heat. So I've taken the quinoa off the heat as it's absorbed all the water, and I'm going to let it steam now for a further 10 minutes, and then I'm going to serve the food. Giving praises to the Most High Giant King, King Selassie, the first Black Giant King. So I'm going to call this one Father Meal, dedicated to my Giant King Haile Selassie the First, Rastafari, giving thanks. So there's the meal completed. As usual, my father presides over Iman table, Haile Selassie's Jah, Rastafari.